Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Swedish ebook before it's gone. Today's topic is how to speak more of your target language, specificity, and can-do checklists. How much of your target language can you speak right now? If your answer is not much, there is a way to speak more, even if you're learning on your own. In this episode, you'll discover 1. How specific goals can get you speaking more, and 2. How you can apply this learning tactic with our learning program or any other resource. But first, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the Going Sightseeing Conversation Cheat Sheet. What country or city would you like to visit? With this PDF cheat sheet, you'll be able to talk about where you want to go, and you'll master all the common words and phrases for sightseeing. Second, the Most Common Nouns PDF ebook. You'll master over 90 common nouns with this bonus PDF picture ebook. You can download and review on any device. Third, can you talk about hairstyles? Would you be able to get a haircut in your target language? If not, then this 1-minute lesson is just what you need. Fourth, phrases to use with your doctor. I have an appointment. I don't feel well. My throat hurts. You'll learn how to say these phrases and much more. Fifth, can you talk about books in your target language? Learn how to say novel, author, thriller, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. How to speak more of your target language, specificity and can-do checklists. Every learner wants to speak more in their target language, and yet speaking is almost always the weakest skill for most learners. So, how do you fix this? How do you speak more? Keep watching. These tips will apply to solo learners and those with a conversation partner. First, let's put language learning aside. Let's say you wanted to speak more about a certain topic in your native language. What would that depend on? The length of that conversation depends on how much you know about that topic, right? If you don't know much, that conversation won't last long. If you know a lot, you could go on for hours. It's the same with language learning. The more words and phrases you know around a certain topic, the more you can speak. It's a top-down approach. Pick a topic, for example, weather, and work your way down. Learn the relevant words, phrases, and questions for that topic. For example, what's the weather like? It's nice weather. It's sunny. It's windy. I like sunny weather. I don't like rain. The more lines you come up with, the more you'll be able to talk about the weather in your target language. The point is, if you want to speak more, you should start with a specific topic. Sounds obvious, right? So why don't most learners do this? Most learners don't do this because they're just passively following a learning resource without going after what they specifically want. It's much easier to follow a textbook than to stop, think about what you want to talk about, and go off in that direction. Of course, you should keep using your textbook or other existing resource. You can do both. Follow a resource and pursue specific topics. But here are a few reasons why this tactic is so powerful. First, specific goals always beat vague goals. For example, between setting goals like, I want to save money, and I want to save $50, you're more likely to succeed with the $50 goal. But because you have a specific number to look for and measure, you won't stop until that $0 becomes $10, then $20, and then $50. Same with language learning. Between, I want to learn more words, and I want to learn 20 words, you'll do much better with the specific goal. Second, you get to speak more sooner. You can go try the general approach of learning the 2,000 most common words, but that will take a long time and it won't get you speaking any faster. But if you pick a specific topic and get all the words and phrases for it, you'll be much better off. 3. So you know what to focus on. Again, knowing what to focus on helps you learn and progress faster. Otherwise, if you're just going through a textbook with no specific goal in mind, you'll spend months on learning a language and never see any real progress. So remember, the more specific you are with what you want, the more likely you'll get it, because you'll know exactly what you're looking for. This is why we tell you to set small, measurable, meaning specific, monthly goals. Now, what kind of topics should you pick? That depends on you and your hobbies and interests. You can also start with common topics, like talking about yourself, your family, the weather, or your weekend plans. But to make it easy for you, here's what you can do. 1. Download our free PDF conversation task list. Pick a topic to start with, for example, talking about your family. Then, take lessons inside our learning program based on that topic. You'll learn practical conversations that you can use in real life. And as a result, you'll be able to talk more about your family. 2. Take 5 or 10 minutes and write out other lines that you'd want to use, either in that conversation or questions that someone may ask you, and get them translated with the help of our Premium Plus teacher. 3. Come up with your own topics that are interesting to you. Then repeat step 2. Come up with all the phrases, questions, and answers that could come up in that conversation. Write them out and get them translated with your Premium Plus teacher. Or translate them with a translation software. You could try this, and it might not be perfect, but it could help you start and get you speaking a little bit more of your target language. The goal here is to be able to talk more about a specific topic, and as a result, speak more of your target language. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about what's your real reason for learning a language? If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! If you're learning a new language, there will be times when you'll struggle with the lesson, when you won't fully understand what you've learned, when you'll be in a rut, or when you just won't feel like you're making any progress. And that's totally normal. In this video, you'll learn what to do if you're not learning and how to overcome language learning struggles. Let's begin. Number 1, understand the mindset of a successful learner. Some learners are more successful than others. A key difference between successful learners and less successful learners is in the way they approach problems. Some learners rely completely on a learning program. If there's a grammar rule or word they don't understand, they get frustrated and blame the program. They don't look for solutions. Successful learners approach problems a little differently. If they encounter a problem, they look for a solution or ask for help instead of getting frustrated. You may feel frustrated at times, especially if you're a beginner, but how you choose to react will make all the difference. Number 2, set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. Most learners fail because they set big, vague goals, like, I want to be fluent. When they realize they have no idea how to do that, they lose motivation and quit. The solution to this? Set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. For example, finish 10 audio lessons by the end of this week. Learn 20 words by the end of this week. Speak 1 minute of conversation by the end of this month. Listen to lessons for just 5 minutes a day, every day this month. Now your goals are small and realistic enough to accomplish. They're specific and measurable, so you know when you reach them, and the deadline gives you a finish line. For example, either you learned all 20 words by Friday or you didn't. When you reach your goal, you gain a ton of confidence. This improves your chances of reaching your next goal because you've had experience reaching a goal and you understand the things you need to do to be successful. Number 3, read along with the lesson notes and lesson transcripts. Now, what if you're doing a lesson but you can't catch a word? Take advantage of the lesson notes and lesson transcripts and read along with the lesson. The lesson notes give you in-depth grammar and vocabulary explanations that are not available in the lesson. And the lesson notes give you the word-for-word transcript of everything said in the lesson. So if you want to pick up every word, read the transcript. Number 4, review, because repetition is the mother of all learning. If you're struggling with a particular word, grammar rule, or lesson, be sure to repeat and review it a few times. And then, come back a few days later and review it again. This same principle is used in our spaced repetition flashcards. The system quizzes you on words, then re-quizzes you in 3 days, then in 6 days, and so on. until the word gets embedded in your long-term memory. Some things you can do right now are download the lesson and lesson notes, save the words to your word bank, or even write down the words or grammar rules. Then come back to review them later. Number 5, reach out to our teachers and ask questions. If you're a Premium Plus member, you can easily get in touch with your teacher and get all of your points of confusion cleared up. Or you can always leave a comment on our lessons, and our teachers will get back to you. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling with a lesson, you can always get in touch with us. Number 6, take a break and go do something else. Another thing you can do is take a break and do something else that doesn't require much thinking. There's a reason our best ideas come while in the shower or while taking a walk. While you're on a break, your brain is more relaxed and starts making connections that you couldn't see when you were focused and stressed out. It's also why coming back to review things with a fresh mind can help you better understand the lessons you've taken. Number 7, downgrade your learning routine. If you're studying for 30 minutes a day and find yourself overwhelmed, or if you suddenly find yourself busy, the best thing to do is to reduce your study routine to something easier and more manageable. If you've been learning 30 minutes a day, drop down to 10 or 15 minutes. Even 5 minutes is good enough because language learning success comes with consistency. Quitting and coming back every 3 months won't work. This brings us to our next point. Number 8, remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Think about it. You can't cram for 5 hours and expect to remember everything you've studied. So just like with a marathon, it's okay to go slow and at your own pace, even if you're learning for just 5 minutes a day. Similarly, if you're having trouble understanding a grammar point or a lesson, don't let it bring you down. Learning a language is a marathon, a long-term game. The little points of confusion you have now are just small obstacles, and you'll fully understand them with time. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Give it a try now. Sign up for your account. Just click the link in the description. Do you feel like you don't speak enough Swedish? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when apologizing to someone. After watching this video, you'll be able to apologize and say what you're apologizing for. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Jag är ledsen för att jag är sen.
Det är ingen fara.
Listen to it again.
Jag är ledsen för att jag är sen.
I'm sorry for being late.
Det är ingen fara.
Don't worry about it. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, I'm sorry for reason. The pattern is
Jag är ledsen för att jag.
reason. This Swedish sentence literally translates as, I am sorry for that reason. But it means, I'm sorry for reason. For example, I'm sorry for being late.
Jag är ledsen för att jag är sen. Jag är ledsen för att jag är sen.
Now, how do you respond that it's okay?
Det är ingen fara.
Listen to it again.
Det är ingen fara. Det är ingen fara.
This Swedish sentence literally translates as, it is no danger. But it means, don't worry about it. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to apologize. Being late.
Är sen. Är sen.
Being late.
Är sen.
Lying to you.
Ljög för dig. Ljög för dig.
Lying to you.
Ljög för dig.
Hurting your feelings.
Sårade dig. Sårade dig.
Hurting your feelings.
Sårade dig.
Canceling.
Ställde in. Ställde in.
Canceling.
Ställde in.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ljög för dig.
Det är ingen fara.
I'm sorry for lying to you.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ljög för dig.
Don't worry about it.
Det är ingen fara.
Jag är ledsen för att jag sårade dig.
Det är ingen fara.
I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
Jag är ledsen för att jag sårade dig.
Don't worry about it.
Det är ingen fara.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ställde in.
Det är ingen fara.
I'm sorry for canceling.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ställde in.
Don't worry about it.
Det är ingen fara.
Now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'm sorry for reason?
Jag är ledsen för att jag.
Reason. And how do you respond to it?
Det är ingen fara.
Imagine you want to apologize because you told a lie to someone. Do you remember how to say lying to you?
Ljög för dig. Ljög för dig.
Say, I'm sorry for lying to you.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ljög för dig.
Now say you're sorry for lying and respond to it.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ljög för dig.
Det är ingen fara.
Now imagine you want to apologize because you hurt someone's feelings. Do you remember how to say, hurting your feelings?
Sårade dig. Sårade dig.
Say, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
Jag är ledsen för att jag sårade dig.
Now say, you're sorry for hurting someone's feelings and respond to it.
Jag är ledsen för att jag sårade dig.
Det är ingen fara.
Now imagine you want to apologize because you canceled. Do you remember how to say, canceling?
Ställde in. Ställde in.
Say, I'm sorry for canceling.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ställde in.
Now, say you're sorry for canceling and respond to it.
Jag är ledsen för att jag ställde in.
Det är ingen fara.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to apologize to someone. You are now able to apologize and forgive someone like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell your fellow learners why you'd apologize. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Do you feel like you don't speak enough Swedish? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn how to ask where something is located. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for directions. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Var är snabbköpet?
Det är där borta.
Once more with the English translation.
Var är snabbköpet?
Where is the supermarket?
Det är där borta.
It's over there. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, where is place? The pattern is
Var är?
place. For example, where is the supermarket?
Var är snabbköpet? Var är snabbköpet?
Now, how do you answer this question?
Det är där borta.
Listen to it again.
Det är där borta. Det är där borta.
This Swedish sentence literally translates as, it is there away. But it means, it's over there. Here are a few more places you can use with the same pattern. The supermarket.
Mataffären.
Mataffären.
The supermarket.
Mataffären.
The bank.
Banken.
Banken.
The bank.
Banken.
The store.
Affären.
Affären.
The store.
Affären.
The school.
Skolan.
Skolan.
The school.
Skolan.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Var är banken?
Det är där borta.
Where is the bank?
Var är banken?
It's over there.
Det är där borta.
Var är affären?
Det är där borta.
Where is the store?
Var är affären?
It's over there.
Det är där borta.
Var är skolan?
Det är där borta.
Where is the school?
Var är skolan?
It's over there.
Det är där borta.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, where is place?
Var är
Place. And how do you answer it?
Det är där borta.
Imagine you're looking for the bank. Do you remember how to say, the bank?
banken? Banken.
Say, where is the bank?
Var är banken?
Now ask where the bank is and answer saying the bank is over there.
Var är banken?
Det är där borta.
Now imagine you're looking for the store. Do you remember how to say, the store?
Affären. Affären.
Say, where is the store?
Var är affären?
Now ask where the store is and answer saying the store is over there.
Var är affären?
Det är där borta.
Now imagine you're looking for the school. Do you remember how to say, the school?
Skolan. Skolan.
Say, where is the school?
Var är skolan?
Now ask where the school is and answer saying the school is over there.
Var är skolan?
Det är där borta.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to ask the location of a place. You're now able to ask for directions like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Ask your fellow learners directions to a place. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the Word Bank, your personal vocabulary collection where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Hej, jag skulle vilja prata med personen som bestämmer.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Once more with the English translation.
Hej, jag skulle vilja prata med personen som bestämmer.
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
Hej. Hej.
Then you'll need to learn how to say, I'd like to speak with person. The pattern is
Jag skulle vilja prata med.
person. For example, hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
Hej. Jag skulle vilja prata med personen som bestämmer. Hej, jag skulle vilja prata med personen som bestämmer.
Now, how do you answer this question?
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
Okej, ett ögonblick. Okej, ett ögonblick.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
Personen som bestämmer. Personen som bestämmer.
A sales representative.
En försäljare. En försäljare.
The manager.
Föreståndaren. Föreståndaren.
Customer service.
Kundservice. Kundservice.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Jag skulle vilja prata med en försäljare.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Jag skulle vilja prata med föreståndaren.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Jag skulle vilja prata med kundservice.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person?
Jag skulle vilja prata med.
Person. And how do you answer it?
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
En försäljare. En försäljare.
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
Jag skulle vilja prata med en försäljare.
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
Jag skulle vilja prata med en försäljare.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say the manager?
Föreståndaren. Föreståndaren.
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
Jag skulle vilja prata med föreståndaren.
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
Jag skulle vilja prata med föreståndaren.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
Kundservice. Kundservice.
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
Jag skulle vilja prata med kundservice.
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
Jag skulle vilja prata med kundservice.
Okej, ett ögonblick.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk on the phone. You're now able to answer the phone like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell us and your fellow learners whom you'd like to call. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
Hi everybody, I'm Hannah and it's time for another class in Swedish, and today we're going to talk about 10 questions that you should know. So 10 basic questions that are very handy for maybe a friendly conversation, a first time conversation or something similar. So let's get started. Vad heter du? What's your name? And the sample answer could be Jag heter Hanna. Jag heter Hanna. My name is Hannah. Very useful and easy and always good to ask for someone's name, and also allows you to maybe learn some Swedish names. We say them a bit differently, even though some of them are similar sounding to other languages. Hur mår du? How are you? Jag mår bra. Jag mår bra. I'm fine. There we had the question and the answer to this. It's a very good starter, and maybe if you know someone, you'll get more than the I'm fine, but for a nice and polite start of a conversation, it's also a sign of interest to ask someone how they are. I think that's similar to most languages. Var kommer du ifrån? Where are you from? Jag kommer från Kina. Jag kommer från Kina. I'm from China. Not that I am, but in my case, I would of course use Sweden, and maybe for you it's another country. So, but if you travel, I know that you meet a lot of people from different places, and then knowing how to ask them where they're from is a good conversation starter. And also interesting to find out. Maybe you can ask more questions about where they're from. Var lärde du dig svenska? Where did you learn Swedish? Jag lärde mig svenska på swedishpod101.com. Jag lärde mig svenska på swedishpod101.com. I learned Swedish at swedishpod101.com. Maybe you already guessed this. Var bor du? Where do you live? Jag bor i Stockholm. Jag bor i Stockholm. I live in Stockholm. Remember to add the place that you live in and not use Stockholm if you're not in Stockholm. But Stockholm is a very beautiful place, so maybe it's a good idea to move there. It's fun to find out more about where people are from and to hear about their country, I believe. And when you travel in Sweden, also not everybody is from Sweden or from Stockholm. Var jobbar du? Where do you work? Ja, jag jobbar på ICA. Jag jobbar på ICA. I work at ICA. And for you who don't know, ICA is a big grocery store in Sweden. There are others, but this is a very common one. So if you look for a grocery store, you can ask for ICA. Vad har du för telefonnummer? What's your phone number? And to this, you could reply, det är, and then all the numbers. But I think we're going to get to the numbers in another lesson. Det är, meaning it is. And remember the country code if this is someone who's not from your country, if you get their phone number. Vad kostar det? How much is it? Det är, it is. Or here's another one you can also use. Det kostar, it costs. Good to know. Maybe after sightseeing, what you do is you go shopping for some things, and we don't haggle in Sweden, so you don't have to do the haggling. You just have to ask for the price and you'll get the response to what you're probably going to pay. Gillar du svensk mat? Do you like Swedish food? So here we have both two different answers. Ja, det gör jag, meaning yes I do. Or nej, det gör jag inte, meaning no I don't. And to be real honest, the Swedish cuisine is not my favorite. I prefer Asian food, for example, over Swedish food, but we have a few really good ones. And if you're not in Sweden, maybe you have an IKEA, you know, the furniture store somewhere around, and you can try the Swedish meatballs. They're a traditional dish, and kids really like them. But that's a first good start to trying Swedish food. Har du varit i Sverige? Have you been to Sweden? Ja, det har jag. Meaning yes I have. Nej, det har jag inte. Meaning no I haven't. And if you haven't been to Sweden, I hope you will go. But please go during the summer unless you are into skiing or snowboarding, because summer in Sweden is just magical. We have daylight until very late, like almost depending on where you go. But if you go very far north, the sun is not even gonna set. And in the south, we have very long days. So that's a huge recommendation for you who haven't been to Sweden yet. And this was the end of today's lesson. 10 questions that you should know. 10 questions that come in handy for a conversation. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe to SwedishPod101.com and head over to SwedishPod101.com to learn more. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye!
Do you feel like you don't speak enough Swedish? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you going to talk about? After watching this video, you'll be able to answer this question and introduce a topic to give a simple speech. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om mina intressen.
Once more with the English translation.
Vad ska du prata om?
What are you going to talk about?
Jag ska prata om mina intressen.
I'm going to talk about my hobbies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you going to talk about? That's,
Vad ska du prata om?
listen to it again.
Vad ska du prata om? Vad ska du prata om?
Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
Jag ska prata om.
topic. I am going to talk about topic. For example, I'm going to talk about my hobbies.
Jag ska prata om mina intressen. Jag ska prata om mina intressen.
Here are a few more topics you can use with the same pattern. My hobbies.
Mina intressen. Mina intressen.
My hobbies.
Mina intressen.
My favorite food.
Min favoritmat. Min favoritmat.
My favorite food.
Min favoritmat.
My favorite place.
Min favoritplats. Min favoritplats.
My favorite place.
Min favoritplats.
My favorite book.
Min favoritbok. Min favoritbok.
My favorite book.
Min favoritbok.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritmat.
What are you going to talk about?
Vad ska du prata om?
I'm going to talk about my favorite food.
Jag ska prata om min favoritmat.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritplats.
What are you going to talk about?
Vad ska du prata om?
I'm going to talk about my favorite place.
Jag ska prata om min favoritplats.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritbok.
What are you going to talk about?
Vad ska du prata om?
I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
Jag ska prata om min favoritbok.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what are you going to talk about?
Vad ska du prata om?
Imagine you're going to talk about your favorite food. Do you remember how to say, my favorite food?
Min favoritmat. Min favoritmat.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite food.
Jag ska prata om min favoritmat.
Now, answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite food.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritmat.
Now, imagine you're going to talk about your favorite place. Do you remember how to say, my favorite place?
Min favoritplats. Min favoritplats.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite place.
Jag ska prata om min favoritplats.
Now, answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite place.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritplats.
Now, imagine you're going to talk about your favorite book. Do you remember how to say, my favorite book?
Min favoritbok. Min favoritbok.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
Jag ska prata om min favoritbok.
Now, answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite book.
Vad ska du prata om?
Jag ska prata om min favoritbok.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to give a simple speech. You're now able to introduce a topic like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell me and your fellow learners what you are going to talk about in your next speech. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Okay, today's topic is 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. You're going to learn 1. The mistake people make with motivation, 2. The 4 rules for motivation, and 3. How you can apply the 4 rules to your language learning. Do you wish you were more motivated about language learning? You watch motivational videos, you feel good for a second, but none of it sticks. This lesson may have some tips to help you. First, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the 24-hour survival phrases cheat sheet. Traveling and want to learn a bit of the language? Then these survival phrases will help you with the first 24 hours. Second, the ultimate listening video master course. How good are your listening skills? Watch this free video master course to more easily understand native speakers. You can download it right now. Third, the 50 most common verbs all beginners must know. Do you know all of these verbs? If not, this lesson will drill the 50 most common verbs into your head. Just use the free audio slideshow tool inside. And fourth, 20 strategies for learning a language at home. Want to learn a language from the comfort of your own home? This 1-minute lesson gives you all the best tactics for learning languages. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. Want to know how to really stay motivated? Then listen closely to these 4 rules. These rules might be a little different from the advice that you often hear. Ready? Rule number 1, action comes first. Are you the type of person who prefers to make things happen? Or are you the type that waits for things to happen to you? One of the best ways to stay motivated with language learning is to not think about motivation. Instead, take action and start learning. The mistake that most people make is that they have this backwards. They think they should wait to feel motivated first and then start learning. But really, it's the other way around. First, you do a language lesson. You learn a basic conversation. Then you do another. And then you start feeling like you can do more and learn more. You see results. So results bring motivation. Thinking about motivation does not bring motivation. Thinking about motivation is like reading an article about how to go outside for a run instead of actually going outside for a run. So action comes first. Rule number 2, always have an outside influence. It's very easy to lose motivation if you're learning language alone. So what do? Here are some examples. You get a study buddy. You hire a tutor. You join a meetup group. You plan a trip to a country where people speak that language. Or you sign up for a proficiency test, like many language learners do. Why do this? Because now you have other people depending on you. You have outside factors that keep you going with the language. For example, if you signed up for a language proficiency test, you know you have a few months to study and you have to take the test on a certain date. Someone is going to pass or fail you. This is a lot more motivating than learning alone. If you're learning with our program, you can get your own teacher with the Premium Plus plan. They'll hold you accountable, send you homework, and give you feedback. If you have a study buddy, well, now you have someone that expects you to show up and improve. And if they're better than you, that should give you extra motivation because you want to be at their level. So get some outside influence. The next rule is rule number 3. Always have a go-to study method. When you arrive at work or the gym, or when you start your homework, you always have that one thing you do first, right? What do you do? For example, with work, maybe the very first thing you do is check emails. Then you check your tasks for the week. After that, you get started. Well, you need to make the same kind of habits with language learning. You need a go-to study method that you're comfortable with, an easy starting point. And this totally depends on you and your style. Choose something you enjoy. Some people listen to audio lessons. Some people like flashcards. For some people, writing is easy. You can write out song lyrics and translate them. It's up to you. The point is, you should give yourself an easy first step to get you started and get into the flow of learning. If you're learning with our program, you can start with the word of the day email or do a quick 3-minute audio lesson. You can copy out the lesson dialogue, read through the lesson notes, or even easier, just review and re-listen to a lesson you took the day before. If you have your own go-to study method, you're already miles ahead of most learners. Leave a comment and tell us about it. And finally, rule number 4, always be working on something. So here, I want you to stop and think about your friends. Do you have a friend that's always up to something, some project? They're working on a song, or they're making videos. They finish one thing and they start another. Well, if you wonder how they stay motivated, it's because they're always working on something. And this goes back to taking action. If you're not learning or working, you can't stay motivated. So you need to apply this to language learning. How? For example, like I mentioned in part 2 about outside influence, you can make a plan to travel to a country that speaks your target language. Or you can sign up for a language proficiency test. If you do that, you'll have something to look forward to, something to do. If you're traveling, you need to learn travel phrases. If you have a proficiency test coming up, you have to study grammar and do exercises. What else can you do? If you already have a textbook or workbook, make it a goal to finish that book. If you have a learning program, make it a goal to finish it or reach a certain level. If you're using our lessons, make it a goal to finish one learning pathway. Then, when you're done, give yourself something else to do, something to stick with, something to look forward to. So, let's recap. 1. Action comes first. 2. Always have an outside influence. 3. Always have a go-to study method. And 4. Always be working on something. So, thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about how to get a return on your language learning investment. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2,000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Swedish ebook before it's gone.